Hey, join my Discord, link in the description.
6-1 at home to Spurs. Are you having a laugh? The state of it. Banter FC has been reborn, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not hanging. I'm not giving up on him yet. Not a chance. 5-1. 3 deflected goals for Villa. Seven fucking 2.
Welcome everyone to another attempt at desperately grabbing views from a horrifically dead game pushed 6 feet further down by others' boring content. Today we rebuild Aston Villa because no one has done them. Yet. Anyways, I actually wanted to do Villa because I thought it'd be fun to take this team back to the top. I mean, if you didn't know already, this club has 1 Champions League trophy. More than we'll ever get. First, look at the squad as we go into Season 1. We have our starting keeper as Emiliano Martinez. We have a back 4 of Matt Target, Tyrone Mings, Ezri Konsa, and Matty Cash. We got a sitting midfield of Morgan Sanson and Douglas Luiz, our wingers of Bertrand Traore and Captain Jack Grealish. Up front is Ollie Watkins with Ross Barkley just behind him, who is alone, so we'll have to figure that out at some point in time. We do have some plans that we need to think about for the transfer window though, and that would be a backup left back since we don't actually have one whatsoever. The same with the situation at the left wing position. I don't know what it is, we just don't have any backups on the left side of the pitch. We probably want to improve the lowest rated area of the squad, which is the center back position. The Premier League is absolutely ruthless when it comes to simming with a subpar defense, so we're gonna really have to deal with that pretty quick. And with the budget of 52 million plus a 75k wage budget, I'm sure we can make something happen. And so we begin. Lewis Cook, 11.5 million. He is our very first signing of the club. To be honest, now that I think of it, I really don't know why I got this guy, but he does manage to give us a little bit more depth in the midfield. He comes in from Bournemouth. We got ourselves a backup left back in Maqwell from Lyon, and of course, I didn't just get him for the fact that he has the same name as me. To improve the center back position, we got Eric Bailly for 23 million. Actually, a very good deal. Comes in from Manchester United. This man has some exceptional reviews. Here, let's actually hear from one user right now.
Eric Bailly is one of the best center backs I've ever used. I always use him when I am in need of a good defense.
Get it out, you fucking
We got a few players leaving. Trezeguet first off for 9 million, he goes out to Leverkusen, and then Keenan Davis, 3 million, he goes to Antwerp. So having already spent most of our money, I kinda did the old classic Maxwell move and forgot an important objective. A backup left winger. Let the scramble against time begin. I told my scouts the instructions and sent them off only for them to disappoint me, much like how I disappoint my parents by trying to make this whole YouTube thing a reliable source of income. Time keeps ticking down and I am still yet to find my man. But then finally, I might have found my man. I don't even know how much this guy is, but I feel like 10 million would be good enough. I don't f***ing know. Okay, we're gonna offer 10 million and just see what happens. Sure, why not? Gotten ourselves this man here, Mr. what's his name? Zanelli? That's how last minute this transfer was. The fact that we just picked him up was like, oh yeah, he's 25 and he plays for a small French club. Surely enough, he'll be good for us. And now look at the squad. There's only one main change in the starting 11, and that would be Eric Bailly. On the bench, there's a few changes though. We of course have Maxwell now, and also Zanelli on the bench. Oh, and Lewis Cook. And after the half of the season is complete, we have managed to find ourselves in 7th place. A pretty solid start to begin with. We did decide to kind of do some stuff in the January transfer window. Bjorn Engels goes out to Bilbao for 9.5 million. Jacob Ramsey is loaned out to Rio Ave. And then finally, Kim Min-jae comes to Villa for 10.5 million in from Beijing Sinobo. And we sim to the end of the season where we end up finishing 6th, which means Europa League qualification in just our first season. You love to see it. In terms of the top scorers, I was honestly kind of shocked because we do have Jack Grealish, yet he is nowhere to be seen on this list. Christian Pulisic led the top scorers though with 26 goals, then it's Harry Kane with 24, then Aubameyang with 22. On the assist column, again, no one. You would expect Jack Grealish to be here because, you know, we did finish 6th, but Still no. Cavani had the lead in assists with 12 alongside Son with 12 and then Ødegaard with 11. And then clean sheets. Finally, we have someone on the list. It is, of course, Emi Martinez with 8 clean sheets. He was ranked 9th, but nowhere near the top 3, which is Alisson with 17, Edison with 15, and Lloris with 14. Pretty typical for that. Overall top scorers, though, kind of interesting to look at. 14 goals from Bertrand Traore. Then we, of course, have Jack Grealish with 13, Ollie Watkins with 11, Ross Barkley on loan had 8, and then finally Morgan Sassel had 6. On the assists, we had Jack Grealish leading them with 6, then Morgan Sassel with 5, John McGinn actually impressing and managed to actually get himself into the starting 11 halfway through the season, had 4, Ross Barkley with 4, and then finally Ollie Watkins with 4. And we go into season 2, and I think you can kind of really figure out where we need to improve. That would probably be the center back position. No, you idiot, it's the attacking midfield role. How could you be this dumb? Anyways, the squad keeps improving. Also, Eric Bailly is now up to an 81 rating. I mean, dynamic potential, it does wonders. But also not to mention, John McGinn replaces Douglas Luiz, who I thought was the option that would very much carry us on fourth. But instead, it's John McGinn, the fellow Scotsman. And with 69 million as our transfer budget, thanks to qualifying for the Europa League, we can find ourselves a pretty good option for the attacking midfield role. Do we have any transfer offers? Ah, House. Okay. Cool. McGinn. Shit. Oh no. Oh, it's happened again. It's happened again. The game's done me bad again. Are you... Into transfers again. Courtney House goes out to Leicester City for 12 million. Dele Alli comes in as our new attacking midfielder, 62.5 million in from Spurs. I absolutely despise this man with my heart, with every single passion I could build up. But here I am buying him. Conor Hourihane, who was out on loan last season, goes out to Sassuolo for 5.5 million. Jacob Ramsey is loaned again. This time he's coming to Besiktas. Mbwana Ali Samata goes out to Mönchengladbach for 9 million. I'm sure the Tanzanians won't be happy about that one. Lucas Moura comes in from Lyon for 38.4 million. He will be a brand new right winger for us. I just thought, yeah, you know, Bertrand Traore, he may have been our top scorer, but let's just completely ignore that, shall we, Maqwell? And now looking at the squad, we have, of course, the new attacking midfielder, Dele Alli at an 83 rating. Hopefully he grows quite a bit, as he is only just 26. And of course we have our new winger, Lucas Moura. He is a bit old, so who knows if he actually does do something for the club, but we're just gonna hope that he does age like a fine wine. Halfway through the season, and this time around, a little bit worse. We are now in 8th place with 33 points, but of course there is still plenty of time to climb up the table more. I kind of forgot to show the Europa League groups, but it's okay because we advanced in the next round. That's all you need to know. What? Morgan Sasso has left? What? With me continuing to botch team management once again, we decided to go in and make a few transfers. First off, Marvelous Nakamba, which let me tell you, Marvelous as a first name is fantastic, but he goes out to Wolves for 9.5 million. Then we bring in Emre Can for 51.7 million. He will be the replacement for Morgan Sasso, and I believe he really will be an improvement from Morgan Sassel. 3-2 win against Southampton in the Cup. Everton at home, 2-2 draw. Hoffenheim, 2-1 loss. Fulham there, and then Hoffenheim, 2-2 draw. That's unfortunate. 1-0 win against Norwich. That's good. Chelsea, 2-1 win. Hold up a second. Maybe our season isn't dead yet. Oh, there it is. It's dead now. It's completely dead now. And at the end of the season, we still stay in 8th. Top scorers, though, we actually had 2 people on the list this time around. Dele Alli with 19 goals, Jack Grealish with 12, but our top 3 was Harry Kane with 28, Jimenez with 22, and Di Maria with 21. On the assists, it was Marcus Rashford with 11, then Raheem Sterling 10, and Mo Salah with 10. Our best assister was Dele Alli, which apparently Dele Alli's actually been performing quite well, so maybe I should take the grudge off him just for this time. On the clean sheets, Martinez bumped himself up just 1 position from last season, 8th place with 7 clean sheets. Your top 3 was Ederson, Lloris, and then Alisson. I mean, the typical top 3, it never changes. Overall top scorers, and it is that man, Dele Alli. I hate him with a passion, but fair enough to him. 23 goals in 50 appearances. Then there was Jack Grealish with 15, Ollie Watkins with 14. Lucas Moura, who I signed for a good amount of money, by the way, only had 4 goals this season. Just 4 goals. Jack Grealish had himself 13 assists. He was our best assister. Next to him was Dele Alli with 10, Lewis Cook with 6, Douglas Luiz with 4, and then Ollie Watkins with 3. Season 3, and right off the bat, you see one player, and it is that man, Captain Jack, stay-at-home Jack, 88 rated now. He is very much gone over his potential, I'm pretty sure. The defense is looking pretty solid with Matt Target now at an 81, Matty Cash to an 80. The weakest player on the pitch is Ezri Konsa, and that goes to our next plan. A new center back. And boy, oh boy, we have a bit of money this time around, 78.5 million. We didn't even qualify for the Europa League, yet we still get more money, so you love to see it. Inflation, it's a beautiful tool sometimes. So who was the new center back we got? Well, that's a great question, person who's asking through a computer screen. Are you really that dumb enough to be asking a question through a computer screen? Anyways, we got Venezia FC legend Pau Torres for 57 million from Leipzig. And with the purchase of Pau Torres, we decided to sell Tyrone Mings for 12.5 million. He goes out to Sassuolo. Now Sassuolo have 2 of our former players. Jacob Ramsey is again loaned out because I just love abusing the loan system. This time he goes out to Braga for 2 years. Finally, to round off the summer transfer window, we got ourselves a new center attacking midfielder, a backup basically, in Ludovic Blas for 32 million from France, more specifically Nantes. Now as we look at the squad, we have Pau Torres and Ludovic Blas, pretty much the only purchases we made to come into the club. So let's just go ahead and see if this does well for us. Fantastic start. We have Liverpool. 3-2 loss there. Burnley, can we get a bounce back draw? Win against Everton in the cup. There we go. There we go. We're starting to improve. Fulham, a 2-0 win. That's great. Watford at home. Slowly but surely we get that win. Away in the cup against Liverpool. We'll lose. Never mind. We have Sheffield United. We beat them. Palace beat them. United at home. I'm not too sure about this one. A 2-0 win. And Leicester City, a 2-1 win. A fantastic December. Oh my word. So yeah, I'd say it did pretty well for us. 4th place in the league after 21 matches. Definitely a jump up from 8th of last season. In January, we made just 1 purchase, and that was a free agent. Jorge Maripan, 18 years old. He's a 69 rated center midfielder. Who knows if he becomes anything, but he'll be good for squad depth at least. See how it goes. There's a very hard May in front of us, but maybe we can still qualify for the Champions League. I still think Europa League's probably the best target, but even then, you know, a loss against Newcastle makes me doubt that. We beat Tottenham in the Carabao Cup, so we do get ourselves our first bit of silverware. 3-2 win against Brentford, 2-0 win against Everton in the Cup. It seems like we're just dominating the Cups right now. 2-2 draw against City, that's great. Southampton, 2-1 win. Palace, 3-1. Sheffield United, 3-2. Watford, can we keep this going? 2-0 win. Brighton, 2-1. And we lose against Tottenham. Burnley a draw, West Ham 2-1, and then finally Liverpool a 2-1 loss. I don't think that's enough for the Champions League, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So fucking close, man. So close. We'll get there, though. We will get there. I promise you that. Top scorers in the Premier League. Not exactly anyone in the top 5 or anything, but still, we had 3 players in this list this time. Jack Grealish with 15, Dele Alli with 14, and Lucas Moura bouncing back after an abysmal Season 2 with 13 goals. Assists, we had Harry Kane with 12, and then his former partner in crime, Dele Alli, with 11 assists for us in second. Then there's Maqwell from Watford, getting 8 assists for himself. Clean sheets, it's Lloris, Alisson, and Ederson. Like I said before, it never changes. And then on the overall top scorers, not only did this man have the worst season possible for an Aston Villa player since probably everyone in 2016, but he also bounced back to the point that he was our best scorer of Season 3 with 22 goals. Assists was led by Dele Alli with 16, Jack Grealish with 6, Ollie Watkins with 6, Emre Can with 5, and then again, Maxwell Cornet, this time with 4. Season 4, and just look at this starting 11. blossom. Now, the unfortunate thing is Matt Target will be departing, but look at it. Look at this squad. We have Jack Grealish at an 89, Dele Alli at an 88, Ollie Watkins has surpassed his potential, now 84 rated, Douglas Luiz, Emre Can looking great, Pau Torres at an 85. I mean, this team looks great, and I think Martinez also went over his potential. And don't we just love TV rights? I'm sure France can agree with that. 142.9 million. Let's get into some transfers, shall we? After a couple seasons, we have sold Eric Bailly for 48.8 million. Quite a profit there. He goes out to Chelsea. We replace him with Kurt Zouma, a former Chelsea defender, for 47.5 million from Mönchengladbach. Then for the left back position, we bring in a Chelsea defender, 65 million. In comes Ben Chilwell. We can get like 30 million out of this guy. I will love you for the rest of my life. I promise you that. Brendan, why are you doing this to me? I just want 30 million. And if that doesn't work, then I mean, we can negotiate something, okay? Right now, we're going to stick to 30 million. And if you're not okay with that, then we'll just, you know, we'll conform. Fuck you. Fuck you, Brendan. I still want to try 30 million. Here, if it doesn't work the first time, I'm sure they'll just be like, oh yeah, that's fine, we'll just look into someone else, or like not look into someone else, but at least, like, you know, change up the offer a little bit. Come on, Lazio, don't just deny me like right off the bat, please. And with the extra funds we got from Bertrand Traore, we managed to get ourselves Rafinha from Leeds for 80 million. By far our largest transfer sum so far. And then after that, we made a couple free agent signings. Marco Pogrančić, 20 years old, 69 rated striker. Then we got Elias Stanisic from the free agents as well. 20 years old, 71 rated right winger. Ricardo Jose Santos Martins, a very, very long name. 3.6 million from Porto. He's 21 years old, a 70 rated center mid, and to be fair, he is actually at a club, so maybe that means he grows more. Then we just got someone who is really, really cheap for the rating he was at, but he should be a good improvement to the depth. Then we got Julian Darien, a Frenchman from Manchester City, off of a loan to buy offer for just 5 million. Could it potentially work out for us? Well, let's just hope and see. Please excuse the fact that I didn't actually go around the squad this time. I just kind of forgot. But look at the new transactions that are now in our starting 11. Isn't it just glorious? Rafinha at an 86 and Ben Chilwell at an 85. Halfway through, we're into third place with 13 wins, 6 draws, 2 losses, 45 points. It's looking good so far. Good January. Can we keep it going though? Wolves at home, 3-0 win. Now we have a huge stretch. United away. 2-1 win, okay. Liverpool at home. 1-0 loss, that's alright, but we win again in the cup. City we lose, but it's City. Then we have Southampton away in the cup. We beat them, and we are doing really well in the FA Cup right now. Draw, and then a 2-0 win. Alright, and then we beat Wolves in the cup. We got a win against Leicester. Palace, home, win. We've gotten the Champions League. We have surely gotten into the Champions League. Okay, let me simulate just a little bit more since we do have the FA Cup against Liverpool. Can we potentially win this one? Yes, boys! We have the Carabao Cup, and now we have the FA Cup. That's fantastic. We maintain our third place after the end of the season, 81 points this time around, and we qualify for the Champions League. And of course, like you saw in the calendar simulation, we got ourselves another bit of silverware, the FA Cup this time around, beating Liverpool. In the top scorers, there is Ollie Watkins, our best scorer in the Premier League with 15, he was ranked 8th. Then there was also Dele Alli with 14 goals, he was ranked 14th. But the top 3 was Victor Osimhen with 20, then Mo Salah with 19, Raheem Sterling with 18. Assists, we had Alexander Arnold, the right back. He is that overpowered with 14 assists leading the league. Then Bruno with 11, De Bruyne with 10. Our best chance creator was Jack Grealish, just right behind De Bruyne in 4th with 10 assists. And why don't you look at that? Finally, things have actually changed a little bit in the top 3 for the clean sheets. It's Ederson, of course, at first place, but then there's just an empty spot in second place. I'm not really sure why. And then third place is Jordan Pickford with 13. And then right behind him is Emi Martinez with 12. Into the overall top scorers again, it's Ollie Watkins this time leading it with 22 goals. Dele Alli with 19, a solid season for him again. Jack Grealish with 11, kind of a down season for him. Emre Can with 9, and then Lucas Moura, not exactly the best of seasons seasons, but still 9 goals at his age, I'd say is pretty good. Assists, not exactly the best for the squad, or maybe it was just spread out more. 10 assists from Jack Grealish, then Ollie Watkins with 6, Dele Alli also with 6, same with Emre Can, and then Lewis Cook to end it all off with 4. Season 5, and the squad continues to grow more and more. It's Jack Grealish, Captain Jack, up to a 91 rating now. No, don't forget the fact that Dele Alli is also 89. These two have been immense in our progress. But as you can see, the weakest part of this starting 11 is Matty Cash, and I'm sure David will not be very happy about this decision. Not to mention, we need a new backup keeper because we don't have anyone behind Emi Martinez anymore. He may be 85, but still, we need someone. And then there's Douglas Luiz, who hasn't necessarily grown as much as I thought he would, and so maybe we should look into buying someone else to replace him. And with nearly as much money as some countries' military spendings, we can surely improve the squad even more. We start off by selling someone, Frederic Gilbert. He goes out to Sheffield United for 22 million. With one of our right backs gone, comes in a new right back, Ridil Baku, for 65 million from Leipzig. Giovanni Lo Celso joins him for 75 million from Spurs. We sold Anwar El Ghazi for 7.5 million to Freiburg. Norberto Neto comes in for just 4.6 million from Barcelona. He may be old, but at least he's a backup keeper. Finally, we take out Wesley for 17.5 million to Cagliari, one of the most non-racist regions in the world. And with the extra funds, we got Nicolas Gonzalez for 60 million. He will be a backup striker behind Ollie Watkins. He comes to Villa from Hertha Berlin. And then a funny story here with our boy Julian Darien, who we got last year on a loan to buy offer. You know, I kind of forgot to pay the 5 million to actually have him stay at the club, so we ended up just buying him permanently again, but this time for 4.5 million, so it kind of works out. And after season 5's summer transfers, we now have an even better squad to look at. Not to mention Dele Alli is now grown up to a 90 rating. But Ridil Baku is obviously better than Matty Cash, now 84 rating, improving that position. Lo Celso, absolutely much better than Douglas Luiz. We're hoping he does quite well. And we're 5th at the halfway point this season. Man, I just love having optimism, and then it dying almost immediately. Luckily for us in the Champions League, we are thriving though. We beat Inter in our own group just by a little bit, just off the tiebreaker of beating them away from home, and we advance to the next round. Can we potentially qualify again for the Champions League? I really hope so. Brighton, a win, good start. Then a win against Hull City in the Cup. Can we retain the FA Cup? That's a good question. Fulham a win, Newcastle at home. If we can continue this winning form, that'd be great. A 4-0 win, that's good. Arsenal at home, a 1-0 win. Manchester United in the Cup, that's going to be iffy, but we get a draw. Leicester City win, a loss against Manchester United, so there goes our retaining of the Cup. Bournemouth, though, another win, and we're doing really well in the Premier League. 4-0 win against Reading. A 0-0 result against Lyon. Can we bounce back at home? Probably so. Yes, we can, so we're into the next round. 3-0 win against Liverpool. 4-0 there. Win against Bayern. Oh, wow. Tottenham a win. City a win. Real Madrid a 2-2 draw. West Ham a 3-1 loss. And then Real Madrid again. We are into the final of the goddamn Champions League. What the f***? Nice to see us bounce back, and we actually jumped up to 2nd place in the league with 85 points. So, we qualify for the Champions League again. We won the prestigious Community Shield. And looking at the overall top scorers for the Premier League, it's Pulisic again with 25. You'll love to see it. Rashford with also 25, and then Victor Osimhen still in the top 3 with 24. Right behind him is Ollie Watkins with 22 goals. On the assists, it seemed to be Christian Pulisic's year because this man topped all of the stats. 11 assists, he was first. Then there was Agu from Fulham, 10 assists, and then Sadio Mane with 9, and right behind him again, with 4th place being just our favorite place to be in these positions, it is Dele Alli with 9 assists for us. And then there's Ollie Watkins with 8 in 7th place. An improvement again for Emi Martinez, now 17. He was tied with Edison for 2nd place basically, and then Alisson leading it with 19. In the Champions League top scorers though, we had Dele Alli with 5 goals. He was ranked 5th. Then Ollie Watkins also had 5, ranked 7th. In the assist column, we had Dele Alli with 3 assists, ranked 9th. And I guess Emi Martinez didn't really have the best of Champions Leagues. But does that matter at all? Absolutely not, because somehow we've made it to the Champions League final in just season 5. And of course, since we haven't won the league, the rebuild isn't done yet. Yes, this is really annoying to deal with sometimes. And so this will be the squad. Ignore the fact that Matty Cash is playing the right wing position. That's false. It's gonna be Lucas Moura. And kickoff begins. It is Aston Villa on the attack. Right on, early on in this one, it's Ollie Watkins down on the left flank. He tries to find someone in the center, doesn't work out. He drops it to Jack Grealish. Grealish now to Emre Can. Emre Can with the shot. It's off the post, but then Lucas Moura, the man who had an awful season the first time around, then bounced back with one of the best seasons for himself, and then he's now scoring in the Champions League final, and we have a 1-0 lead. The Villains now starting an attack from the back. It's Jack Grealish as he sees a lot of open space for these men. Emre Can, great ball to Dele Alli, and it's just way too simple for these boys, and it's now 2-0 to Aston Villa. But into the 65th minute, Sevilla with an opportunity through Suso as he gets the ball, failed tackle, and now Neto pokes it past the keeper, gives Sevilla one back. But that doesn't matter because we just got ourselves the second Champions League trophy in this club's history as Captain Jack lifts it up high. But we still have to win the Premier League and the Champions League again. Now, overall top scorers, though, Ollie Watkins with 28, Dele Alli with 24, Jack Grealish with 11, Giovanni Lo Celso with a good season for him, 10 goals, and Kurt Zouma with 6. Assists, Dele Alli with 13, Ollie Watkins with 10, Jack Grealish 7, Pau Torres with 5, and Rafinha before he got injured at 5. And now into Season 6, we did have a couple departures, Arber Zanelli and Maxwell Cornet, the two backups that we bought in Season 1, so we're gonna have to do the same thing we did in Season 1. And with winning the Champions League, you get quite a bit of money, 254 million. A man who I clowned on so much, who's actually improved quite a lot this season. Luke Shaw comes back to England for 30 million from the Champions League finalists of last season, Sevilla. Alexis McAllister comes in as Ludovic Blas is not very happy, so it's better to just deal with that right now. 55 million in from Hoffenheim. This is a big one. Heung-min Son for 70 million from Spurs. I swear this rebuild has been probably 15% us just raiding Tottenham. I thought it was time for Emre Can to just sit on the bench and continue to improve the depth that we already have. We bring in Florian Neuhaus to replace him for 77 million from Barcelona. Like I said with Ludovic, he wasn't very happy, so it was better just to sell him for a good amount of money, 38.9 million to Real Madrid. We also sold Ezri Konsa, a veteran player, 23 million to Nice. To replace him was Alessio Romagnoli for 70 million from Liverpool. And to finally finish it all off, we got ourselves another free agent in Amar Dulajevic. He's 20 years old and he's 75 rated as a right winger. And looky here, just one change to the starting 11, of course, that's Florian Neuhaus, and as a result of that, just look at the bench. It continues to improve, and you love to see it. And it still isn't necessarily enough because we're third after the halfway point of the season with just 44 points. In the Champions League, though, things are looking still pretty nice. 16 points out of a possible 18. Aston Villa beat Young Boys Leverkusen and Spartak Moscow. And we get a win against Chelsea. Liverpool away from home, 2-1, okay. Inter a win though. Inter, I believe we advance even though we did lose there. Lyon, 2-1. 4-0, 1-all. We get into the next round against Manchester City. Oh boy. Manchester United, a 1-0 win. Good. Wolves, a draw. I don't think this is going to be enough to win the league, nor the Champions League. Sadly enough, we were not able to climb anywhere farther, just finishing third place with 84 points. I think we actually have done that before. Unfortunately, in the Champions League, we just weren't a good enough team, and we also faced Manchester City, which was kind of unlucky for us. So that's unfortunate. Top scorers, though, Dele Alli showing off his abilities again. Yes, he is slowly growing on me. I still hate the man, and I will continue to hate the man for the rest of my life, probably. Unless he moves out of Tottenham, maybe we'll negotiate from there. But for now, I can very much say that I'm glad to see him doing well. And again, he's just, listen, okay? I still don't like him. And then on the clean sheets, we have Emi Martinez, 16, leading the league. Top scorers, and Just stop. Just stop. Okay, on the assist column, Jack Grealish with 5. That's great. And then Emi Martinez, again, 5 clean sheets. He improved quite a bit from last season, even though we literally won the Champions League that season. But nonetheless, 5 clean sheets. He led the Champions League. All right, fine. All right. I'll admit it. He's quite good in this game. 43 goals. Very impressive. Well done, Dele Alli. On the assists, Dele Alli again. Is that even a shocker at this point? He's actually the best player in our team. There's some god out there that has cursed me with this. It's a good curse, but it's also a curse. Season 7, and the squad again looks great. I wanted make a few notes though. Apparently, buying from Tottenham isn't always successful because Heung-min Son didn't necessarily do that well, and he downgraded 4 ratings last season. Not to mention, Norberto Neto has left, so now we needed another backup keeper, and maybe we should improve the defense again. I don't know, I feel like there's just not enough depth there. But just overall, speaking of depth, speaking of the devil, we need to improve that even more if we can. And if we can, we surely can. With 241 million and more to focus on just the bench, oh, we're good to go. First off, we actually improved the right winger position because I felt like Lucas Moura was just not going to be enough for us. We got Crepin Diatta, 70 million from Villarreal. Anthony Lopez will be the new backup keeper for 4.7 million from Lyon. We sold Heung-min Son after just 1 season. I'm sorry, this is like me betraying my race, but it didn't feel right to have him in the squad anymore. In his replacement, we got someone who I'd been looking at since season 1, Wenderson Galeno, for 50 million from Atalanta. Erwin Smith comes in from the free agency. We get ourselves a new center back in Jules Koundé for 70 million from Dortmund. Jorge Maripan goes out for 3 million to Watford. And this one I believe is a pretty big one. This one wasn't even one I was planning to do, but Victor Osimhen, a player that had been Tottenham's top scorer for the past 5 seasons, managing to show up in the top scorers list for the Premier League quite a lot, comes in for 45 million plus Nicolas Gonzalez. We made 2 more exports, Elias Stanisic for 7.5 million to Marseille, and then finally Julian Darien, who just really hasn't been the player that I thought he'd be. He goes out for 5 million to Guimarães. And yeah, I mean, the squad looks pretty great. Did I ever mention that Pau Torres is now 91 rated? Besides that though, the bench looks even better than ever. There is quite literally not a single player below 85 on this bench. And finally, for the first time, we see ourselves at the top of the table. We have a huge lead above Chelsea, which is good to see. And then the Champions League would continue to dominate, 16 points out of a possible 18 again, and this time we beat Valencia, Club Brugge, and Porto. Porto didn't even get into the Europa League, which is pretty funny. If we win the league, that'd be perfect. If we can get into the Champions League final, that'd be even better. Let's keep it rolling. Chelsea, 2-0 win. Hertha Berlin, easy. Wolves, 2-1. Hertha, 3-1 again. Cool. Brighton. Man City, though, we get a 1-0 win. So I think, honestly, the league is in the bag. United, 2-2 draw, but then Lyon, 3-0. That should be in the bag, too. Now we have glorious Piemonte Calcio. Draw there, win there, a win there. Okay, 2-1 Liverpool, 1-1 draw, but we're into the final there. And I believe, boys, that we have indeed done it. We've won the goddamn league. We've also gone and done it and made it to the FA Cup final. So let's just go ahead and sim there. Maybe we get a treble. We do not get in trouble because of penalties, but that's fine. I do not care about the cup. We've already won plenty of cups. We're into the Champions League final again, and I'm pretty sure, I'm begging, I'm hoping that we did win the league. Tell me we did it. Tell me we did it. Please. Let's go. It was not even close. 90 points for Aston Villa. We win the league, and we're in the Champions League final. Premier League top scorers. We have Dele Alli once again, 24 goals leading it. Then Bruno with 19, and Diogo Jota from Liverpool with 19. On the assists was Vinicius Jr. from Liverpool with 15. Then Ollie Watkins with 12. De Bruyne with 11, and right behind him is Dele Alli in 4th with 10. And on the clean sheets, it's De Gea with 16 clean sheets, and then Martinez ranked 2nd with 14. Champions League top scorers, Ollie Watkins impressing this time with 8, then we had Di Matta with 8, and then Kane from Bayern Munich now with 7. Assists, we had Aronson from Salzburg, Ait El Haj from Anderlecht, then Ansu Fati with 4. Dele Alli was the best out of Aston Villa with 3, he was ranked 5th. Clean sheets, Oblak dominating with 6, then Ter Stegen with 5, and also Martinez with 5. And we get to look at the squad again because we are in another Champions League final. And here you see Ollie Watkins up to a 91 rating, Dele Alli 94, Jack Grealish 93. Rafinha hasn't necessarily grown as much as I thought he would. He is an 87 though. Florian Neuhaus and Lo Celso, the duo of 88s. That is not something I probably should ever say again. Our fullbacks of Ben Chilwell and Riddle Baku looking great. 90 rated Ben Chilwell and 86 rated Riddle Baku. And then our center backs of Pau Torres and Jules Koundé, which would be legends of the Crystal Palace career mode and the Venezia career mode, looking like a good duo there. And to finally top it all off, well actually to bottom it all off I guess, would be Emi Martinez, 91 rated. Like I said before, the bench looks incredible. I mean, this is a team that I really think definitely deserves to be in the Champions League final. I didn't think the team of Season 5 really deserved to be in the Champions League, but this one definitely did. And so, the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid. Let's get into it. And finally, a match where I can very much tell you was actually fun to play and was eventful. Ollie Watkins with a shot, he tries to chip the keeper, but sways far right of the net. Goal kick for Atletico Madrid from Oblak. Can he start something up? No, it's headed down by Rafinha, falls to Dele Alli, and now Dele Alli just carries it himself, has a shot from way out, and Oblak has to stretch out to save that one. Still 0-0. 11 minutes in now, Atleti with their first opportunity. It's João Felix, lobs it up to Ruiz. Just him versus the keeper, but it's Emi Martinez winning that battle. Atleti starting to find more of a rhythm. It's Cucurella, now to Ruiz. Ruiz lobs it up right back to Cucurella on the edge of the box. And me just not being able to control a fullback, and that results in a goal for Atletico Madrid early on into this one. It's not looking great. Atleti have the opportunity to double this lead. It's Aouar passing it to Ruiz. Good link-up play by the Atleti midfield. Now Traore to João Felix. Felix fools the defender, has a shot. Emi Martinez to save it again. Now the villain starting from the back. It's Riddle Baku. Passes it to Rafinha. Rafinha sees the run of Ollie Watkins. And Ollie Watkins really not enough room to get anywhere. So he passes it to Dele Alli. Great touch. Now Dele Alli has a shot. It's saved. And then it's Ollie Watkins off the rebound, getting ourselves the equalizer. It is game on here. And it's only the 31st minute. This has been, like I said before, a very eventful match. Things started to really calm down here into the 63rd minute, though. Teams just started to solidify more. Dele Alli with a shot, though, and he just misses it wide. And now Atleti with an opportunity in the 66th minute. It's Cucurella back past Aouar. Now to João Felix. Ruiz. Again, great passing plays by the Atleti attack, and a great save by Emi Martinez. And now João Felix again tries to cross it in, but Emi Martinez collects the ball, and we get pretty lucky. And there's no better way to present this than just to show the live commentary. Oh my god, fucking hell. Jesus. Nearing the death of this match as we are still deadlocked at 1-1. It's Ollie Watkins. Dele Alli flips it to Jack Grealish, and Grealish with a fantastic finish as he finds the back of the net at the death of it. It's Captain Jack getting us a 2-1 win in the Champions League final. You could not write a better storyline. And once again, that man, stay-at-home Jack, gets himself another Champions League trophy, our second of the rebuild. And this rebuild is finally done. And a quick look at the top scorers. Dele Alli again leading it. He's now 94 rated, 37 goals, 29 for Ollie Watkins, Jack Grealish with 17, Riddle Baku with 8, and then finally Douglas Luiz with 7. And then on the assists, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Dele Alli led it, 16, then Ollie Watkins with 12, Wenderson Galeno in his first season with 9, Rafinha with 7, and then Giovanni Lo Celso finally to cap it all off with 5. And so that is the end of the Aston Villa rebuild. Let me tell you, this one was honestly much more fun than I thought it'd be. There were times where I felt lost, but there were also times where I was really in the zone, and I just really enjoyed all of it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this rebuild just as much as I enjoyed making it, and hopefully next time around, and actually next time around, there will be no longer a Premier League rebuild for a while. I think I will actually go out to different countries like Germany or something and do a rebuild there, because I think that's enough when it comes to abusing the views, isn't it? But anyways, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. There's plenty of other videos before we go into Season 3 of the Celta Vigo career mode, so be excited for those videos that are coming out. Be sure to follow my socials of my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Instagram. More so my Twitter and my Twitch. Definitely my Twitch, because I do stream quite a bit, and if you like to see anything that isn't FIFA, like me, then definitely be sure to go and follow my Twitch. But yeah, that'll be it, and I will see you guys next time.